Hi, and welcome back on this Thursday, the 14th day of September, which for all intents and purposes puts us, it'll be official tomorrow, but halfway through the ninth month already. And when it's over, which will be in the blink of an eye, we got 90 days left in the rest of 2017. How does that grab you? Grabbing headlines tonight, moving on with the best segue I can come up with. A couple of drug-related arrests. A woman caught in Sayersville forging two prescriptions. Also another drug arrest out of Johnson County. And what the Paintsville City Council was dealing with, they had to set tax rates. There was an increase and some other items discussed as we briefly cover that meeting from earlier in the week. A special invitation to anyone who has successfully been able to kick the habit, who is trying to do so now, or who wants to get off of drugs. It's just going to be a celebration. There's no pressure here, just an inspirational celebration, and I've got an invitation for you on that in just a few seconds. A lot of other news and information as I go down a long list of what we have to cover before we leave you tonight, including a special message from Congressman Hal Roger applauding passage of a federal spending package. We'll tell you what was in that and hear from him in just a few moments. Well, I quite often start with something in the area of on our today's date in weather history, and this is a good one for tonight. Gives us a little comparison as we're still cloudy and a bit cooler and looking forward to a bit of summer weather to make a return for the weekend. Here's a little food for thought. That comes to us from viewer and our friend Carol Hall. And if you look closely, that photograph from 1985 shows the trunk lid, what I believe is the trunk lid, if it's the rear of the vehicle. I don't see any windshield wipers. And the top of the car and the rear glass in the middle there, and that's ice. And that picture was taken on this date back in 1985. We're expecting a nighttime low of about 58 degrees, nowhere close enough to see that. But, folks, it happens, and it has. It's a wild weather ride. It always is in Kentucky. We'll talk about the ride ahead for the weekend in a few minutes. Moving on, a Sayersville woman was jailed yesterday for going to the pharmacy. However, it wasn't just that act that landed her in jail, of course. It was for altering two prescriptions that she had in her possession. A Sayersville pharmacy called 911 to summon police with concerns about two prescriptions that had been brought in by a customer yesterday afternoon. Both appeared to be and were legitimate prescriptions from an area doctor's office, but appeared to have been altered. One was for Neurontin, I believe, a generic version, and also for a Xanax prescription, with one being a 300 milligram pill or prescription in strength that appeared to have been altered up to an 800 milligram, and one for 60 pills which appeared to have been altered to 90 pills. That's according to Chief of Police Matthew Watson, who says that he found 53-year-old Letitia Reisner still inside the pharmacy when he arrived to investigate the complaint, and after some denial, Reisner reportedly admitted to the officer later that the prescriptions indeed had been altered. She was charged with criminal possession of a forged instrument, 2 counts, and lodged in the Big Sandy jail. She had been released on bond as of earlier this afternoon. And from the Johnson County Sheriff's Department, selling or attempting to sell drugs, never a good idea. To do it in the parking lot of the Thialca Fire Department, probably even worse. But around 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon, that was the call. Apparently, the Johnson County Sheriff's Department got a call of a suspicious vehicle in the parking lot of the fire department. Deputy Byron Fairchild and Deputy Jesse Mullins responded and found the vehicle. And upon contact, Fairchild performed standardized field sobriety tests on the man who was identified as Carl Butcher inside the vehicle, 45 years of age, of Paintsville. Fairchild reported that Butcher was very under the influence of prescription drugs, and a snorting straw was found that Butcher had been snorting the pills with. The deputies then gained consent from the driver to search the vehicle, and a cache of oxycodone and Neurontin prescription pills were found in different containers, and through further investigation it was determined that he was selling the drugs and was set to meet another person for a transaction when he was interrupted by the sheriff's office. Butcher's cell phones were also seized as evidence in the case, which is still under investigation. He was arrested and charged with driving under the influence, first offense, trafficking in a controlled substance, first offense, first degree, prescription not in its proper or original container, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Johnson County Sheriff Dwayne Price says that, as always, if you see something suspicious or have any information on any drug dealers or other illegal activity in the county, you can call the Sheriff's Department at 789-3411. And as always, you can and will remain anonymous. More news in just a minute. What you're looking at is literally a one female owner 99 Dodge Ram with 77,000 miles. Zero rust, rips, tears, or wear anywhere. Think of the money you can save driving a like-new truck, not to mention the savings in taxes and insurance. You won't find another one like it. Or come see this 2013 2500 Silverado HD loaded, only 90,000 miles. This 2014 Grand Caravan, it's an RT model, 72,000 carefully driven miles. Or this 2007 Kia Sorento, 90,000 miles. It's a four-wheel drive and priced to go today at Broadway Auto Sales in Paintsville. Parkway Pharmacy, now open earlier from 8 a.m. until 6 in the evening to better suit your schedule and lifestyle, and to help you get better and live a healthier life. And if allergies are bogging you down, they're armed with the very best in over-the-counter relief for adults and your children. Reach owner pharmacist Jesse Rudd and his assistant pharmacist Megan Castle and their staff at 8 o'clock in the mornings or at 349-4400. Like our 100% safe and secure mobile banking app at Sayersville National, we're always working to make your life a little easier. And our mobile deposit feature gives you more freedom and more time to do what you love the most. Just open the app, confirm the amount, and click. You're done. A safe, no-hassle way to manage your money from anywhere in the... Well, you get the drift. Now get the app at Sayersville National Bank. 349-3131.
Oh, the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home.
The sun bathes us in the power of its warm glow and brightens our world. Now it can power your life. Cooperative Solar brings you hassle-free solar power from your local Kentucky Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Renewable, affordable, easy. Licking Valley RECC's Cooperative Solar. Join the community. CooperativeSolar.com.
Hey guys, a reminder, the Montgomery County Hornets are back home tomorrow night hosting Harlan County after 2 wins in a row, taking out Betsy Lane last week by 2. So stop by your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe before the game and pick up some wings and things. Hot and spicy wings, our big juicy double dippers, potato wedges, fried pickles, jalapeno poppers, whatever. And don't forget the sauce. Call for catering too, anytime at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. Now for some brief coverage from this week's Paintsville City Council meeting, which began with a clean sweep for the most part, maybe even for all parts, of the All-A tournament in a couple of different sports for the Paintsville High School. Those students recognized. The council and mayor then went on to discuss taxes, approving an increase, and handle other matters. The meeting began with the mayor and council collectively honoring All-A champions from the Paintsville High School who took titles from Pikeville across the board, actually. The Paintsville High School girls soccer team, All-A champs, beating Pikeville 6-5 on Saturday. They swept the All-A tournament, winning the All-A for the first time since '09. The Paintsville boys soccer team, All-A champions, the championship game against Pikeville, a win 2-0. Last time they were All-A champs just a couple of years ago in '15. And the Paintsville volleyball team also defeated, yes, Pikeville in the championship round to become All-A champs. All were recognized by the council and the mayor and those in attendance, given city pins, and congratulated for their representation of the city. Next, Mayor Runyon repeated sentiments that Johnson County Judge Executive Tucker Daniel shared last week in their meeting, that the city of Paintsville, too, has received a letter from FEMA stating that all mitigation projects like that of the Carter Lane project are on hold pending FEMA's focus on Hurricanes Harvey and Irma.
That email came from Frankfurt and the director, and that's basically all we got at this time. We hate that. We hate that for you all. We really do. So I guess we're just stuck on hold, Miss Kim, until they let us know what they're going to do. Is that correct?
And to make it even worse for those residents on Carter Lane, the council also confirmed that the acquisition money to purchase those properties from those landowners had not been received for phase 1 of that project before FEMA placed it on hold. So it's literally just all up in the air at this time. Moving on, they welcomed David Van Hoos, appointed to fill the expired term of former Councilman Justin Lewandowski, to his official meeting after being appointed during a recent special session. After which the council set tax rates, property tax rates for 2017 with a relatively modest increase.
I am going to recommend that rate be 0.196. I'll need a motion and a second.
I'll make that motion. I know nobody wants to.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
And without any opposition, that rate was passed, and that increase will equate to, for example, about a $9 increase per every $100,000 of property valuation for Paintsville residents. They approved a new plan with Maverick Health Insurance. They also approved to advertise for bid for Blacktop for Main Street. They approved a purchase of $125,000 and some change for Paintsville Utilities to have some of their water filtration equipment at the Paintsville Lake plant repaired under a prorated warranty. Utilities manager Bob Pack explained that they use 4 what they call trains to filter the water out of the Paintsville Lake for residents and businesses. And each of those trains is comprised of 162 modules, and each of those modules are filled with thousands and thousands of fibers.
There's each of these modules has got 40,000 fibers in it, and those fibers break. And our guys actually have to go through there and find the ones that are broken and repair them. And one of our concerns is we've had, I believe, 5 injuries in that process. None of them serious, but 2 of the situations were pretty scary. They got by, but it was pretty scary.
What's the life of these bottles if we replace these, you think?
They're estimated at 7 to 10 years. That's the normal life of them.
The Utilities Commission actually met with the manufacturer GE, who makes those trains and membranes recently, trying to get some relief. Rather heated meeting, we are told, with a little bit of compromise on behalf of GE, not as much as what the commission would have liked, but they felt they were left with no choice. The trains will cost $125,000 to replace. They'll replace one this year, one the next, and so on, until they are all replaced with what is said to be a much more new and improved model. And lastly, Councilwoman Patricia Nelson questioned Pack on the progress of the I&I, the infiltration project. It's been in the works now in Paintsville for about 2 years, to which Pack said they do have a pre-close meeting set for this coming Tuesday in hopes that soon after that they'll be able to at least get the project physically started. The pressing problem right now is that the Division of Water won't allow any new hookups, any new taps onto the sewer system until the project is completed. He did say, however, that you could apply for a waiver that they would consider. But right now, just still a lot of unknowns. Much more than diesel specialist, Black Smoke Performance is turning out excellent auto body collision paint and repair results with free quotes and estimates on everything from insurance jobs to that ding you got in the driveway. Custom lift kits, bed liners, winches, and accessories, and full diagnostics and repair on anything gas or diesel, from brakes to fluid changes to major auto repair. If you want it fixed, lifted, painted, customized, or just maintained, just call on the team at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville, 100 May Drive, or 349-8785.
I'm attorney Don McFarland. We all know that times are hard. Jobs are scarce. Most people that I know are struggling to support their families and make it through each day. Now imagine that you get seriously hurt while working on the job, and the insurance company for your employer refuses to pay wages and benefits while you are injured and cannot afford to pay medical expenses, household bills, and put food on the table to support your family. I can help. If you are being wrongfully denied workers' compensation benefits that you rightfully deserve, then give me a call and let me go to work for you. 349-9000.
They're rolling out big, beautiful truck bodies every day, the best America makes in steel and aluminum, with their largest ever local stock of angle, sheet, round, I-beam, expanded, steel, and aluminum in several different finishes for whatever you're working on. And if the dump body you're driving needs parts, they've got them in stock. And if you need a big project fabricated from scratch, they've got you covered at Logan in Salyersville since 1904. In local headlines tonight, an invitation for everyone, not just those who have battled or are battling drug addiction. But regardless of how you may have got there, if you have, how you're getting there, or how desperately you need or want to beat addiction, or if you want to celebrate those who have, there's an invitation to join everyone at the annual recovery event set for 1 week from this Saturday. Mayor Pete Shepard, who is also, of course, the director of the Magoffin County Health Department, tells us how Kentucky ASAP and Unite, the Teen Coalition, and our Safe Coalition, and others have come together to help celebrate what certainly, for so many, deserves celebration.
Called National Recovery Month for the whole United States, and our ASAP program at the Health Department, we sponsor a celebration type. We celebrate a celebration type thing at the park where we invite all the recovered addicts or families or anybody that knows somebody that's had problems that's recovered. We have free food, live band, testimonials, and it's just to get together and kind of celebrate people that have overcome a lot of problems in their lives.
Whether they choose to use them or not, there are a lot of options, a lot of different avenues that someone can find recovery here in Magoffin County. There are resources that can get you to in-house rehabilitation centers, court-sanctioned rehabs, faith and faith-based recovery efforts as well. We have our REACH organization. Some folks just choose to do it cold turkey, bear down, and white-knuckle through it. The reality is many of them don't succeed, but at the same time, many do. And this is just a way to say thanks, congratulations, and to maybe even encourage or inspire others to let them know that it does work. It has worked for many.
Sure, I think it shows the people that are having problems now that they can recover, and there is something besides drugs or alcohol, drug abuse, whatever. We work well with the drug court here in Magoffin County, and they've had a great success with that program. And I think it just is inspiration to anybody. Families that think maybe they've been in so much problem they'll never come out, but they can come and see families that have recovered from an addict in their family, which is a great problem for a lot of families. And I think it's just it's a good thing. It's a good thing for everybody to come out and enjoy. It'll be from 2 to 4, and we'll have food. We'll have pulled pork from Frank West. Everybody loves their pulled pork barbecue from Georgetown. They'll be here with some pulled pork sandwiches, and we'll also have hot dogs, and it's all free, pop and chips and all the. Travis Cole, who usually comes here with his live band, will be here to play, and Anointed Hearts will be here this year to sing. And other than that, there'll be cornhole and some other activities around for the people to play or just to enjoy themselves. And it's mostly just to get together and have a good conversation with everybody and see everybody that's recovered and on the way to recovery, and just a recovery celebration. That's what it's called, our recovery celebration.
And as you may have figured out, it will be held at the City Park, not the Ramey Park, as someone on this program may have read yesterday, but the City Park. The first event to be held at their new shelter in the big grassy area across from City Hall. And we're mentioning this a full week before it happens, and I'll be reminding you next week, but in an effort to try to encourage as many folks as possible. The more folks that come out and can share their success stories will mean more inspiration to those who are struggling, trying to find recovery. Next Saturday, across from City Hall. We'll talk about it again next week.
There's no better time than now to get the Androids. All Androids up to $50 off regular price all this month. The Samsung GS8 was $149.99, now just $99.99. The LG G6, normally $99.99, is now only $49.99. And believe it or not, you can get the Galaxy S7 for only $1 with 2-year agreement while supplies last. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless, an East Kentucky network company.
Home energy use is on the rise. Every year, New devices, more devices. We are using more energy. Simple Saver helps you trim peak energy usage and pays you for being energy smart. You can receive up to $50 in annual bill credits. Over the years, the savings really add up with Kentucky's Touchstone Energy Cooperative's Simple Saver. Licking Valley RECC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Bumper stickers, ball caps, calendars, t-shirts, pencils and pens and gifts, they get you noticed. They get you votes. And get yours locally with the best quality and savings. Call Avavian Arnett Deaton at 349-3835 or find her on Facebook today. The only difference in these washers and mowers from new is the incredible low price, and the same goes for tools, electronics, jewelry, games, and more at Parkway Gun and Pawn, where they buy and sell gold and silver and loan cash every day on just about anything worth $1. Stop by on Parkway Drive or call 349-PAWN. Going on to our McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar, a reminder, flu shots can be had in the McGoffin County Health Department. This is for adults and children, 8 until 3, Tuesdays until 5, and they can help you with Medicaid, Medicare, Humana, all your insurance coverage as well. If you have any questions, 349-6212. Don't delay. Get your flu shot today at the McGoffin County Health Department. The Harold Whitaker Middle School Site-Based Decision-Making Council has a special meeting set for Monday. That's Monday, 3:30 in the school's conference room. Their regular monthly meeting is scheduled for the second Tuesday of each month, but this is a special session Monday at 3:30. Someone also having a meeting on Monday of next week, the McGoffin County Extension District Board having their meeting Monday 5:30 at the Extension office. Our next blood drive in McGoffin County next Wednesday from 1 to 5. The Kentucky Blood Center Blood Mobile will give you a free t-shirt if you donate, and they'll be in the parking lot in front of the Sagersville IGA just waiting for you to come and save someone's life. A couple of other important dates next week. The McGoffin County ASAP Board meets Monday at noon at your McGoffin County Health Department. The Safe Coalition meets Wednesday at 1, also at the McGoffin County Health Department. Refreshments to be served. It's open to the public. They hope that you'll join them. And I sincerely hope that you'll join our community calendar. Birthdays and anniversaries, too, send them to me. We'd love to have them. Got a few for tomorrow even already, and those calendar announcements are also free. Mail, email, post, Facebook, phone, drop them off here at the studio. Any way you can get them, just get them here so we can tell everybody about them. Funeral service listings tonight include a reminder of services to be held tomorrow in honor of 58-year-old Sherry Lynn Poe Keaton of Sagersville, survived by her husband Wilfred Gray and her son Chauncey. Visitation the rest of this evening and up until services, all from services tomorrow at 1, that is, with both visitation and services from the Sagersville Funeral Home in her honor. Once again, 58-year-old Sherry Lynn Poe Keaton. And we've also got an announcement tonight in honor of 70-year-old Buford Boob Fletcher of Royalton, who passed away on the 12th, day before yesterday. Married to Myrtle Prater Fletcher, who preceded him in death, he's survived by his sons Buford Jr. and Charles Vance. Visitation will continue this evening. Services start tomorrow afternoon at 1. All visitation and services from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Burial follows services tomorrow at the family cemetery at Gun Creek.
Hi, I'm attorney Jeff Lovely. When hiring an attorney, experience does matter. For over 20 years, I've been representing clients throughout Eastern Kentucky. We are a full-service law firm, representing clients who've been injured in car accidents or at work, representing clients who need to file bankruptcy, representing clients who've been charged with a crime. For all your legal needs, contact my office when it matters. We have 2 locations for your convenience. In Sayersville at 349-4522 and West Liberty at 743-1965.
Fall and its colors have burst onto the scene at the seasonal shop in downtown Sayersville. Kids' mud pie styles and designs have just arrived with even more on the way. Little Fashion's excellent for fall, Halloween, and Thanksgiving. And of course, they've got the sweetest of accessories. And ladies' fashions are here, and there's more coming in daily. Amazing sweaters and Carter coats, this fall's must-have item. Dresses, boots, and more on the way. There's just nothing like what you'll find at the seasonal shop in downtown Sayersville, just down from Fraser's Prater Drugstore and the Radio Shack. The only difference in these washers and mowers from new is the incredible low price, and the same goes for tools, electronics, jewelry, games, and more at Parkway Gun and Pawn, where they buy and sell gold and silver and loan cash every day on just about anything worth $1. Stop by on Parkway Drive or call 349-PAWN. A tire more than 25% low, about 8 pounds, makes you 3 times more likely, and worn out tires 11 times more likely to be in a tire-related crash. Don't take your or their safety for granted. Come in for a free inspection, 6 months no interest financing, the best price and best selection at Conley Tire in Staffordsville. Wanting you to have a healthier life means providing access to quality, affordable health care. And to do exactly that, Hope Family Medical Center offers full dental care with Dr. Pratt and his team, a pediatrician team of 3 doctors and nurses and moms, complete health care by family physician Dr. Kelly Pratt and nurse practitioners Mildred Sizemore, Gail Faria, Shannon Conley, and Heather Blair. Behavioral health services with Kimberly Davis, with in-house lab testing and results, in-house x-ray and pharmacy, and all the caring, knowledge, and experience that these medical professionals represent
at Hope Family Medical Center.
U.S. Representative Hal Rogers is applauding the United States House of Representatives for passing the Make America Secure and Prosperous Appropriations Act today. It will fund the federal government for fiscal year 2018. The legislation includes all 12 annual appropriations bills and totals $1.2 trillion, including $87 billion in funding for global war on terror overseas contingency operations, and it also funds critical programs like national defense and economic development, while also working to eliminate wasteful spending.
Chairman Emeritus of the House Appropriations Committee, my most important job in Washington is to ensure federal spending reflects the priorities and values of the people of southern and eastern Kentucky. That's why I was so proud to support the Make America Secure and Prosperous Appropriations Act, which we just passed in the House of Representatives to fund the federal government in fiscal year 2018. This bill beefs up our armed forces to ensure our brave men and women in uniform are well equipped to beat back our enemies overseas and keep us safe here at home. It prioritizes our efforts to combat the drug abuse epidemic, providing robust funding for a comprehensive federal response that mirrors Operation Unite's successful 3-pronged strategy in Kentucky. And the bill includes important resources to reinvigorate the economy in our rural coal communities, including strong funding for the Appalachian Regional Commission, and another $30 million for the Abandoned Mine Lands pilot program in Kentucky. I've secured 2 years of funding for this important effort to reclaim and repurpose abandoned mine lands to create jobs and long-term opportunities. I'm optimistic this important legislation will be signed into law before the end of the year, so we can continue to build on our progress in southern and eastern Kentucky.
There's a long list, pages and pages of breakdown and highlights to what it will fund. $1.86 billion for the Substance Abuse Block Grant to help states plan and implement and evaluate prevention and drug treatment activities. Billions of dollars spent on drug treatment and fighting drug abuse. $14 million, $2 million above last year to support state programs curbing doctor shopping and out-of-control painkiller prescribing. The FDA will get $5.2 billion to implement new initiatives to encourage development of abuse-deterrent opioids and review new therapies for treating addiction, and a lot of other things as well with that kind of funding. $122 million for rural economic infrastructure grants, $31 million for SBA microloans. Steps to reinvigorate the coal industry will see $7.5 billion go to the EPA. The legislation supporting the President's proposal to reshape the agency's workforce by providing resources requested to offer buyouts and voluntary separation agreements to employees. It also reflects the President's goal to rein in outdated and unnecessary and potentially harmful regulations at the EPA. $13.8 billion for customs and border protection, and the list does indeed go on. And we'll go on to your weather forecast, where I'm not expecting to see any ice on the windshield as we showed you at the top of the program. Thank you, Carol Hall, for sending in that photograph once again. But we are expecting, as I told you last night, to see some much needed, desired, welcomed clearing. From 73 today here at the UR News Today studio in downtown Sayersville, to 58 tonight. Mostly cloudy skies, hanging on, patchy fog. We'll see a lot of that in your forecast. But that's going to be the worst part of it for a while. Patchy fog in the morning, about 76 on your Friday. Not much sunshine right now in the picture. Mostly cloudy, maybe partly cloudy skies by tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. First half of your weekend is the first half of a beautiful weekend. 80, mostly sunny, mostly clear. 58 for nighttime lows. Some more of that fog that I spoke of. 81 and sunny on your Sunday. It's going to be a great night for football here at home tomorrow night for the Hornets, or wherever you are in Eastern Kentucky. Saturday, great day for football as well. Great weekend for whatever you want to do. And look at this. It rolls right on. You can pretty much sum it up by saying 80, 81, 58, 59 degrees, sunny and clear. That's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday at least in your forecast period, and I'm hopeful maybe we'll even stretch that a little more next week. And as of right now, I'm still set to have a sit-down with laid-back country picker and talk about his song and video, McGoffin County Cadillac. If you didn't hear it earlier this week on the program, that's just one of the many things that you'll only find tomorrow night if you find us here. Hope to see you then. Have a good Thursday.